Perhaps no one was better equipped to take a creative pivot amid our pandemic than the starving artist, used to not knowing when or where the next paycheck will come from. But the one you're about to meet could never have anticipated the mysterious thing that happened to her just recently. I keep thinking about Shakespeare. I was looking at quotes last night. All the world's a stage.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women are merely players.
Of course she knows the quote. Miranda McGee has been a resident artist with the Cincinnati Shakespeare Company for 12 years. You might remember her as that actress with the unmistakable accent who was raising money to help Australia amid those devastating brush fires 1 year ago.
I looked around the courtyard and there were literally hundreds of people, and the sun came out and there's the big sign saying fundraiser for Australia, rescue the down under. I was just like, what a city. I love Cincinnati.
Little did she know a virus was also spreading that would bring crisis much closer to her new home in the Queen City.
Last year I was raising money for a cause, and this year apparently I am the cause. It's been pretty shocking for your whole industry to go out of work at once. Was not something our union was expecting.
With live performances impossible, McGee says her union has had to triple insurance premiums, and unemployment benefits are scant when you're hustling for any small gig you can get.
I get to be an ambassador for Cincinnati, which I love. I lead underground brewery tours. I lead tours of walking tours over the Rhine. The Cincinnati Zoo contacted me. They have an Australian exhibit. They were like, would you mind doing the TV and radio commercials for it? Because, there's not many of us to be like, hop on down to the Cincinnati Zoo.
She herself hopping from one small paycheck to another. McGee says a card that recently came in the mail stopped her in her tracks.
Here's a small token of thanks for all the good hard work you have done.
It was from an anonymous fan, grateful for all she's given and paying forward his or her stimulus money.
I just stood there in shock for about 3 minutes in my kitchen, and then I kind of dropped down on my knees and just said a prayer of thanks. But just to know there's people out there during a time of struggle for them as well that are thinking of other people and thinking of stuff we've done in the past. I work with a lot of kids, and just to know somebody appreciates anything I've given to the world.
Which brings us back to that famous Shakespearean quote that goes on, "One man in his time plays many parts," a line McGee says prompts each of us on the world's stage today.
What part are you going to play, especially when calamity hits? And with your meager influence, with your meager gifts, with your meager financial, how can you contribute to the world with what you uniquely do?
Miranda McGee, she of course would like to know who sent that card and check, but mainly wants to thank him or her for that act of kindness.